Hey, what's up? Welcome to this Devlog. I recently had the idea to make a VR game that's kind of a mixture between a parkour game and a jump and run game. So you can imagine it as a Mirror's Edge kind of game or Super Mario kind of game in virtual reality. I think it's already kind of fun and plays smoothly, especially the movement system. And in this video I want to share with you my progress. Awesome! Since you're in VR, you can be much more creative with your movement system, because the controllers you're using know where they are in relation to your headset. So I, for instance, made the movement system such that you have to press your joystick forward and at the same time make a running motion with your hands, like in the real world. And also the jumping. You have to hold down the A button and move your hands upward in a fast motion in order to gain momentum, just like in the real world. And if you have ever played a VR game, you probably know that climbing is a really fun thing in VR because it's fun, it's super immersive, and you can even feel the fear of heights. I also want to share with you how I implemented that. It's actually quite simple, because the basic idea is that you don't just want to move your hands, but you want one hand that's grabbing the object to be a fixed point and then move your body. So the idea is to move your body into the opposite direction where your hand would move. And this is how you can get your climbing motion. I also implemented buttons, which are these weird destroyable objects here. Well, they are basically spheres with this fracture effect when you smash it. So here I've used a neat little trick. I designed this super complex object here in Blender, this sphere, and I exported it just like you would export any object. And then I also applied a cell fracture function to this object and exported it. And in Unity you simply replace the sphere with the fractured sphere once your hand collides with it. And I've also added this explosive force. You can also see that I added particles around the button and also when the platform spawns, because it makes it feel more alive and nature-like. For the particles I've used Unity's new VFX graph, because the big advantage is that the particles are simulated on the GPU, so on the graphics card, and therefore you can have millions of particles without much performance impact. And also another advantage of this VFX graph is that it's very easy to use. So this swarm effect around the button is actually just a template I've modified a bit, and it already looks pretty cool. So I really recommend, if you need particles, that you check out this VFX graph from Unity. They also have really nice examples like grass that collides with the player and other things, and also fire and sparkles. I've also experimented with baking global illumination into light maps, and I actually didn't know before that you can do this very easily in Unity. So you don't even need to bake light maps in Blender. You can simply do that in Unity and it looks pretty amazing. And also the baking really just takes a few seconds with a good GPU. Further down the line, I'm of course thinking about implementing further objects that are interactable, like platforms where you can bounce, so think of a trampoline. And I've also thought about having a gun or maybe a sword that you can use in the world to overcome obstacles. But I've also thought about maybe making the levels procedurally generated, but I'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for watching and don't forget to smash the subscribe button like I smash my buttons.